Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika. Today we are going to... No one has to be alone with Erika. I think I have never made a mistake with this and today is the day. So you are watching No One Has to Be Alone with Erika and we are going to work on the desert rose motif. Before we would start, please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me well. I see Shelley saying hello, Judith, Jen, Erika, and Rachel. The desert rose motif that you can see on the screen next to me is the result of the live design session. We are primarily focusing on the Beading School Academy teams here at Beading School. Beading School Academy is a bi-monthly membership program for beaders, and I dare to say that it is the most valuable one out there in the beading world. You can skyrocket your beading skills. You can get organized in this craziness and obsession of yours between all the shapes and colors. I will take you by hand. I will lead you while you are exploring different shapes, color combinations, and I am there for you if you want to experiment and develop your own style. So all together, how the Beading School Academy teams are unfolding, we are always focusing on the same theme, source of inspiration, colors, shapes, style. For 2 months, we also always have a so-called live design session. That's when I grab my box, because the Academy membership also comes with a beautiful theme box that contains all the beads and components that you need for the upcoming time. So I grab my box and I do my best to come up with something together with you while you are watching. Sometimes I still need to tweak it afterwards. Sometimes it comes out good as it is. But every time I, on one hand, am assured how helpful and creative the Beading School community is, and always we have lots of fun together. So today it's Desert Rose time, and this is the very last No One Has to Bead Alone workshop dedicated to the Desert Rose Beading School Academy team. In the meantime, thank you so much, ladies, for letting me know that you can hear me and see me well. I see Kim, Linda, Loretta, Anita, Malia, Antoinette, Ariane, Terry, Corinne, and Patricia joining in the meantime. Lovely ladies, you can already download the tutorial from noonehas2beadalone.com. As always, 2 variations are waiting for you. You can download the tutorial as a gift from me and Beading School. This is my social contribution to make sure that every beader can join this workshop and everyone has company. You can also check out with the tutorial through the Bead shop and support the videos and Beading School. The gift version is available for 3 days starting today, and the tutorial will stay online in the Bead shop. So, lovely ladies, I see, Cindy, that there is a problem, unfortunately, on Facebook. I am sorry about that. According to my program, it should be visible. I'm sorry that there was a technical hiccup. Unfortunately, it is beyond my possibilities to do anything about it at this moment. So I would be grateful if somebody grabbed the link from YouTube and posted it in the Beading School Club, or just let our beaders know in the Beading School Club that they should come and watch it on YouTube. Thank you so much, everyone. So what will you need today? You will need 1 piece per motif. I'm telling you the the numbers per motif, and then it depends on you if you would like to make a bracelet, a pair of earrings, maybe a little pendant or a brooch, as I did for one of the variations. The tutorial, by the way, that you can download from no1has2beadalone.com, it contains two variations of the motif. Rachel, I see your question. I kindly ask you and everyone that if you have other questions than what we are doing at the moment, then please make a note of it so you don't forget, and there will be space in the very end to get back to all kinds of questions that you might have. But let's focus now on the motif. So for one motif, you will need one piece of 6mm Preciosa Chaton Rose Monte. The Chaton Rose Monte is a flatback crystal set in a metal claw setting. There are two types, so be careful which one do you use. This one is the one that is flat, as I said, and has two holes running in a cross shape. You will also need 8 pieces of Miyuki 6mm slender bugle beads. You need 8 pieces of 3mm Preciosa Python beads. You need altogether 8 pieces of 2-hole Ginkgo beads. You can either use the same color or 4 plus 4 as I did. You will also need 8 pieces of 8 pieces of 3mm round pearls, and from Miyuki seed beads you need size 15 and size 11 round seed beads, while I used as many as 3 different colors of the size 15s, but you can also go for always go for less. And you also need a little bit of Miyuki Delica size 11s. This is the jewel that I am working on by the way at the moment. The desert rose motif is going to be a bracelet on my bead mat, but I haven't joined the components yet as I need to figure out the exact types of connections. However, it will also be great as some other type of jewelry. This is the type of motif what we are going to work on. However, there is another variation because while I was finalizing the motif after the live design session, I couldn't restrict myself and I ended up making 2 different variations. So from the tutorial, you can also make this other type of motif. Mine started out as an earring. You might recognize the ear stud, but then I realized that I will be the 3rd motif during No One Has to Bead Alone for the bracelet, to finish the bracelet. However, I'm not in the mood for another earring. So I ended up turning the finished earring, into a brooch. So creativity is limitless. We can solve every situation. Thank you so much, so much, Cindy, for posting the information on Facebook. I am really grateful. So lovely ladies, the motif was designed by me, as I said, and if you would like to explore more of my beadwork tutorials, then you can find me at beadingschool.com. As I said, the main focus at Beading School are the Beading School Academy team boxes. And this week, on Tuesday, during Coffee Time with Erika, I showed you the newest one that we are going to play with. And it is inspired by a beautiful painting from Clint, The Kiss. And we have a few boxes still waiting for you. We ship worldwide, and also if there are components, elements from the box that you would like to have more of, then we also have an inspiration category with everything what was inside the box. Kim, I'm really happy that you find the spacer bar from the new box suitable for the motif that I am working on today. I think there are so many possibilities. And now I will show you the inspiration video for the new claimed box. That's going to be the next one we are playing with. And on Tuesday, I'm going to show you the jewels that you can make from it. And in the meantime, I will switch to my hand camera. So afterwards, please let me know if you are still able to see me and hear me well. See you in a little time. Hello, ladies. I should be back now. I hope you can see my bead mat. This is how the bracelet motif I'm working on looks like. You can see it's airy and light, but sturdy enough to become a bracelet or earring. I am using one of the Neumann clasps from the Neumann subscription box that we have at Beadingschool, a gorgeous selection of German high-quality components. And then this is the earring version. And here I left it even more, even airier, and I used 3 pieces of the Czech pressed glass leaves to decorate the bottom. And after, I wanted to show you this, after I attached the ear stud, I changed my mind and I felt I want to finish this as a brooch. So what I did, I found a brooch base where I could simply push the back part, the pin of the ear stud, through the middle, and then I bended the pin around the metal part to keep it in place. Of course, we also have this brooch base available in the Beadingschool bead shop if you would like to make the same. And let's start beading, but also please tell me if you like the earring version or the bracelet version more. And thanks for letting me know that you can still hear me and see me well. While I am waiting for your answers, and I see that Kim and Lutka like the bracelet, I will start step 1 by beading through the 6mm Preciosa Suwon rhinestone. As I said, in this case, the holes are running in a cross shape. So I bead through the Suwon rhinestone, leaving a 5-6 inch long, 10-12 centimeter tail thread. Then I pick up a 2mm round pearl. I pick up a size 11 Miyuki seed bead. I bead through a Ginkgo in my first color from the thin towards the thick side. I pick up the combination. I'm sorry, I need to rearrange my beads a bit so I don't have to reach under the camera every time I pick up something. So far I have the rhinestone, 2mm pearl, size 11 Miyuki seed bead, Ginkgo, from thin to thick side. I pick up Miyuki Delica size 11, size 15 seed bead in first color, 2mm pearl, size 15 seed bead, Miyuki Delica. Now, with everything on my needle, on my thread, because I will let them fall just next to the 𝐂𝐂 rhinestone, I bead through the second open hole of the Ginkgo. And I complete this step by picking up a size 11 seed bead, a 2mm round pearl, and then I bead through the second open hole of the 𝐂𝐂 rhinestone. And this is how it should look like. So there is kind of like one wing attached to the 𝐂𝐂 rhinestone, and I already beaded through both holes of the Ginkgo. And Gail says that for her the bracelet version is speaking. Merle likes the earring. Joan likes the bracelet, just as Anita. Terry is voting for bracelet. Linda too. Jen too. Loretta says like both but love the bracelet. And Cindy also loves the bracelet. I also like the bracelet a lot more, by the way. And let's see what's happening in step 2. In step 2, I will create the second wing, or the second leg of the arm of the cross, because this will become a cross with the 𝐂𝐂 rhinestone in the middle. So let's stay with the cross and arm words. So I will create the second arm of the cross, while the 2mm round pearls next to the 𝐂𝐂 rhinestone will be part of 2 arms. So here I pick up a 2mm pearl, a size 11 Miyuki seed bead, a Ginkgo, just as before. Now I need the seed beads on top of the Ginkgo, so that is Miyuki Delica, size 15 in the first color, 2mm pearl, my 2mm pearl tried to jump off my bead mat, but I prevented it from fleeing. So then size 15, Miyuki Delica, and I bead through the second open hole of this second Ginkgo that I picked up. Now I pick up a size 11 Miyuki seed bead. I do not pick up another 2mm pearl, because the very first one that I added will become also part of the second arm of the cross. So at once I bead through the 2mm pearl and also through the Preciosa 𝐂𝐂 rhinestone. Just a moment, ladies. I managed to tangle my thread around the first arm of the cross shape that I am creating. But now I have it. So this is how it looks like. And let's see what's happening in the third step. In the third step, I will create the third arm of the cross exactly, or nearly exactly, as the second one. So I start by picking up a 2mm pearl, a size 11 round seed bead, and a ginkgo. As before, after the ginkgo, I need some seed beads. To be precise, I need a Miyuki Delica size 11, a size 15 seed bead. Okay, not only seed beads, I also need a 2mm pearl, size 15 seed bead, Miyuki Delica. I bead back through the second open hole of the ginkgo. I pick up a size 11 seed bead, and here there is a little difference compared to the previous step because I bead through the 2mm pearl, the swan rhinestone, and a 2mm pearl on the other side of the swan rhinestone. So the fourth arm of the cross will be again created in a little bit different way because there we don't need the 2mm pearl at the end and at the beginning, but only the 2mm pearl that sits on top of the ginkgo. And Jessica is laughing. I was just about to say this thread path is familiar, then I remembered why. Indeed, the live design. Jessica was here with us that time. So let's see what's happening in step 4. In step 4, I pick up a size 11 Miyuki seed bead, the ginkgo, Delica size 15, 2mm pearl, size 15, Delica, and I bead through the second hole of the ginkgo bead that I just picked up. And I complete this step by picking up a size 11 seed bead. I bead through some more beads than before. 2mm pearl, Preciosa swan rhinestone, 2mm pearl, this is the cross. Now it's ready, but to get in position for the next step, I also need to bead through size 11 Miyuki seed bead, ginkgo, and Miyuki Delica. So this is how it looks like at the moment. And please let me know, dear ladies, how is it going so far? Is it clear how we created this cross shape, or do you have any questions about this part? We'll start showing the next step for now. So you can familiarize yourself with it already. In this step, we are going to add some more 2mm pearls and also some size 15s, in my case, in a shiny golden color that was the most precious one from the Miyuki seed beads from the previous box. Ariane says all clear. Wonderful. So what's happening here? I'm going to bead all around the motif following the beads on the edge. Always in between the Delicas and the size 15s, I insert another size 15. I recommend using a contrasting color. So exiting a delica, I pick up a size 15 and I bead through size 15, 2mm pearl, size 15. I pick up another size 15 and I bead down towards the center of the motif through Delica, Ginkgo, and Miyuki size 11 seed bead. Here I pick up, there is a bigger gap that I need to fill. So I pick up a 2mm pearl and I bead outwards through size 11, Ginkgo, and Miyuki Delica. Anita also says that all is clear, and I am very happy about that. And I continue and repeat the previous part all around the motif. So as I said, I need to fill in a size 15 between the delica and size 15s. So exiting the delica, I pick up a size 15. I bead through size 15, 2mm pearl, and size 15. I pick up another size 15 and I bead through delica, Ginkgo, and size 11 seed bead. Here I need to fill a bigger gap, so I pick up a 2mm pearl. I bead through size 11, Ginkgo, and Miyuki Delica size 11. And Hannah, I'm really, really happy that you could get another box, and not one, but actually two, because I see that Klimt is your that you love Klimt and you studied art history. And now, again, time to repeat. Adding size 15s between the size 15s and the delica beads. After picking up the second size 15, beading through delica, Ginkgo, size 11. Here, 2mm pearl. Beading outwards through size 11, Ginkgo, and delica. And for the last part, fourth time, I pick up and add size 15s in between the delicas and size 15s. And I add a 2mm round pearl in between the two Miyuki round size 11s, closer to the middle of the motif. And I finish this step by getting in position for the next one, meaning that I bead until exiting the very first size 11 that I added in this step. So this is how it looks like at the moment. Lovely ladies, please let me know if it was going well for you. And now we will make it a lot bigger by adding V-shaped parts over the Ginkgo beads. The V-shaped parts, they are formed from two pieces of 6mm Miyuki Slender bugles. Please be careful and do not pull the thread on the edge of the Miyuki bugles because they could damage it, even if they are less sharp than the regular bugle beads. I do it by picking up the two bugles, letting them fall on the thread where they belong, and then I bead through the second new size 15 seed bead that I added, skipping size 15 2 mm per size 15 in between. I gently pull the thread in a way that I protect it. And then I also bead through the Miyuki Delica. So here I can bead right away through the size 15, the golden one in my case, and the Miyuki Delica. And I pick up 4 pieces of size 15 Miyuki seed beads, while my 4 pieces will consist of 1 of the green ones, that was my first color, and 3 pink ones, that is my third color. So with the 4 pieces of size 15 Miyuki seed beads, I bead through the 2 mm pearl in between the ginkgos that I added during the previous step. Ariane said that she needed a bit of tapping when inserting the 2 mm pearl, and indeed that is possible. So that's why I did not tie a knot in the beginning, because I wanted the motif to have a little bit of flexibility, so you can insert the 2 mm pearl nicely depending on your tension. Because if we would pull the thread tight and then fixed it with a knot or 2, then we would not be able to make use of the tapping and making sure that the motif stays flat. So thank you, Ariane, for bringing this up. Here on the other side of the 2 mm pearl, I pick up the 4 seed beads, first 3 in the third color and 1 in the first color, and I bead through Delica and size 15 over the ginkgo. And I can repeat this 3 more times. So I start with making the V-shaped part over the ginkgo by picking up 2 bugles and then pulling then beading through this size 15 in the second color and the Delica. By the way, you can also protect your thread by keeping the bugles here, and then I keep them in between my 2 fingers, and that's how I pull the thread. No matter how you do it, just be a bit careful. So I bead through size 15 and Miyuki Delica, and then I pick up 3 pieces of the third color of size 15s, 1 of the first color, and I bead through the 2 mm pearl in between the ginkgos. Sorry, opposite order. First 1 of the first color, and then 3 of the third color. In my case, pink next to pink, as the pearls are of a pinkish shade, and the green one should be next to the Delica bead. So nearly all of you ladies voted that you like the motif that I made for the bracelet, but are you also turning it into a bracelet, or are you turning it into a different kind of jewel? Earring, pendant, necklace, brooch, everything is possible. So here with the 3 seed beads, I bead through the Delica and the size 15. I add 2 pieces of slender bugles, and I bead through size 15 and Delica. I pick up 4 pieces of size 15s, 1 plus 3, and I bead through the 2mm pearl. I pick up 4 pieces of size 15s, 3 plus 1 in this case. Is it okay, by the way, if I tell it this way, that 1 plus 3, 3 plus 1? Is it easy to understand? After picking up the 3 plus 1, I bead through Delica and size 15, and I pick up the last 4th pair of 6mm slender bugles. And again, I bead through size 15 and Delica. I pick up 1 plus 3 size 15s. I bead through the 2mm pearl. I pick up 3 plus 1 pieces of these size 15s. I bead through Delica, size 15, and I repeat the thread path until I will be exiting the first Miyuki bugle of the second pair that I added. This gives the whole motif more stability and prevents it from deforming. Gail says that she's going to make a pendant and a bracelet. Wonderful that you make a full set, dear Gail. Anita says, I'm making a brooch if I have a filigree that fits, otherwise a pendant. I'm so curious what type of filigree will you choose, Anita. Judith says that it's easy to understand. For Ariana is also good. And Hannah likes the idea of the bracelet with the Neumann clasp. The bracelet was born sooner, by the way, than I would have received the Neumann clasp. But since I already chose the clasps with the style and colors and inspiration of the box on my mind, then it was like not a huge surprise that in the end I found that it fits perfectly. And Angelina says she loves the thread path. I'm so happy. And Kim agrees that this would be beautiful on a filigree. So I'm in position for step 7. And let's see what's happening. Ooh, more Ginkgo beads. This time, I don't know what's the official name right now, but for me it looks like pumpkin spice latte. Anyway, I will be adding Delica beads in between the 2 Miyuki slender bugles belonging to the same pair. And after picking up the slender bugle, I bead through bugle size 15 Delica, all 4 1 plus 3 size 15s, 2mm pearl, and only 2 size 15s on the other side of the 2mm pearl. Here I pick up the Ginkgo and also size 15 in my second color, 2 Delica beads, size 15 in my second color. These 4 seed beads will sit on top of the Ginkgo as right away I bead back through the second open hole. I bead through. I attach it by beading through 2 size 15s before the 2mm pearl, and then I continue through 2mm pearl, 4 pieces of size 15s, 3 plus 1 in my case, Delica size 15 Miyuki bugle bead, And I repeat the previous part 3 times. So here, exiting the first bugle, I pick up a Delica bead. I enter the second bugle bead and I continue through size 15 and Delica. I bead through 4 pieces of size 15s, 2mm pearl, and 2 pieces of size 15s. I pick up a Ginkgo bead in my second color. Also, size 15 in my second color, 2 Miyuki Delicas, size 15 again in my second color. I bead through the second open hole of the Ginkgo bead. And then I bead through 2 pieces of size 15s before the 2mm pearl. The 2mm pearl itself. And then I continue through 4 pieces of size 15s, Delica size 15 Miyuki bugle, Slender bugle of course, and repeating the same for the third time. I pick up a Miyuki Delica to sit in between the bugles and I bead through bugle size 15 Delica, 4 pieces of size 15s, 2mm pearl, and 2 pieces of size 15s. Here I pick up Ginkgo, size 15 in second color, 2 Delica beads, size 15 in second color. I bead back through the second open hole of the Ginkgo bead, and then I continue through 2 size 15s, 2mm pearl, 4 size 15s, Delica size 15 Slender bugle, time to add the last Miyuki Delica in between the bugles, and I bead through size 15, I bead through bugle size 15 Delica, all 4 size 15s, $2mm pearl, and 2 pieces of size 15s. I pick up a Ginkgo, size 15, 2 Delicas, size 15. I bead back through the second hole of the Ginkgo. And now I want to get in position for the next step by beading through 2 size 15s, 2mm pearl, 4 size 15s, Delica size 15 bugle, and then Delica bugle size 15. Angelina says, possibly the best live design result of all time. I will not quarrel. I think I'm very happy with how it came out. Also the stability and the intricacy of the motif. And I'm so happy that I can be in this together with you today, ladies. And let's see what's happening in the next step. Again, we are decorating some more and reinforcing the edge of this lovely motif. Exiting the size 15 after the bugle, I pick up 5 pieces of size 15s in my third pink color. And then I bead through size 15 and Delica. Here I pick up a size 15 in my second color, in my case, the golden one. I bead through Delica and size 15. I pick up 5 pieces of size 15s in my third color. 3, 4, 5. Kim says, totally love this. And Judith says, I really like the design and colors. And I am very, very happy to hear that, ladies. Here, with the 5 size 15s on my needle, I bead through size 15 and bugle. Delica, bugle, and size 15. Again, I need 5 pieces of size 15s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I bead through size 15 and Miyuki Delica. I pick up a size 15 in my second color and bead through Delica and size 15. Kim asked for the dimensions. It's, I forgot to add it to the tutorial, 3.2 centimeters, so it's 1.5 inch approximately, I think, 3.5 centimeters anyway. And now, again, I pick up 5 pieces of size 15s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I bead through size 15, bugle, Delica, bugle, size 15. Again, 5 size 15s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I bead through size 15 and Delica. I add a size 15 in between the 2 Delica beads and bead through Delica and size 15. Time to pick up another group of 5 size 15s and bead through size 15, slender bugle, Delica, slender bugle, size 15, five pieces of size 15s. I bead through size 15 and Delica. Add a Delica in between add the size 15 in between the Delicas beading through Delica and size 15 here. And then I pick up the last necessary group of 5 size 15s. And I bead until I repeat the thread pass through the first V-shaped motif, the seed beads around the next ginkgo, and still a bit more beads, size 15 bugle and Delica in between the 2 bugle beads. Lovely ladies, please let me know how is it going on your side. Kim, in the meantime, found the fitting filigree. She says, so excited, it might fit perfectly on the 40 times 40 millimeter magic flower, as there is a square built into that filigree. I will have to play around and see. I'm sure you will manage to work it out, dear Kim. Please post a result, or also post about your playtime in the club. I would love to see that. And now we are adding some more pearls in the 3 millimeter size this time, 3 millimeter bicon beads, and also size 15 and size 11 Miyuki round seed beads. So exiting the Delica in between the bugles, I pick up 2 size 15s in my third color, the pink, a 3 millimeter Preciosa bicon bead, a size 11 Miyuki seed bead, and a 3 millimeter round pearl. Here I bead through 3 pieces of size 15s, 2 plus 1, Miyuki Delica, and the size 15 sitting in between the 2 Delica beads. And after that, I bead through Delica plus 3 size 15s, 1 plus 2. And the same group in the opposite order. 3 millimeter pearl, size 11 Miyuki seed bead, 3 millimeter bicon, and 2 pieces of size 15 seed beads. And I bead through the Delica bead sitting in between the bugles. This will be the edge of the motif, and I will repeat this 3 more times. I pick up 2 pieces of size 15 seed beads, bicon in the 3 millimeter size 11 Miyuki seed bead, 3 millimeter pearl. And then I bead through 3 pieces of size 15s, 2 plus 1, Delica size 15, Delica and 3 size 15s, 1 plus 2, and I pick up 3 millimeter pearl, size 11 seed bead, 3 millimeter Preciosa bicon, 2 pieces of size 15s. I bead through the Delica bead sitting in between the bugles. 2 sides are nearly finished. We will add a little bit more only. Now, 2 pieces of size 15s, 3 millimeter bicon, size 11 seed bead, 3 millimeter pearl, and I bead through 3 pieces of size 15s, 2 plus 1, Delica size 15, Delica and 3 1+2 size 15 Miyuki seed beads. I pick up a 3mm pearl, size 11, 3mm Preciosa bicon, 2 pieces of size 15s. I bead through the Delica bead sitting in between the bugles. I pick up 2 pieces of size 15s, 3mm bicon, size 11, 3mm round bead, and I bead through 3 size 15s, Delica size 15, Delica, and 3 size 15s. And last new group that I'm adding in this step, 3mm pearl, size 11, 3mm bicon, 2 pieces of size 15s. And here I start with beading through the Delica bead sitting in between the bugles, but then I continue until I bead, I retrace the thread path through the first new group that I have added in this step, through the seed beads that I went through before on top of the Ginkgo, and also the second new group of beads that I've added in this step. So my thread will hang from a pair of size 15s towards a Miyuki Delica sitting in between the bugles. So this is how it looks like. I'm so incredibly happy that I will have a bracelet today, by the way. And please let me know if you have any questions about this step. And the next step will be the last one, the 10th. Ariana says she's trying, by the way, the other version to use up some leftovers, and she will also look for a filigree. Kim says that the 50 times 50mm flowers filigree might also work if she ends up choosing a bigger one. Jessica finds it beautiful. And Erika says that you can like interchangeably do the Ginkgos. Good idea. So to add corners, more pointy corners, I pick up here Delica size 11 Delica, and I bead in the opposite direction through the Delica bead in between the bugles. I bead through the 2 new Delica beads while skipping the size 11 in between. This will make this super pointy. And then I bead through all the beads, seed beads, crystals, pearls on the edge until I get into the same position as before. I mean, exiting the pair of size 15 seed beads and my thread hanging towards the Miyuki Delica bead sitting in between the slender bugles. So again, I pick up Delica size 11 Delica, and I bead through the Delica here in the opposite direction. I bead through the 2 Delica beads. Oh, accidentally I picked up 3 Delica beads. I had to get rid of one. So I bead through the 2 Delica beads, skipping the size 11 in between. And then I continue, starting with the pair of size 15s on the edge. And Angelina says, this is the final goodbye to the desert rose. And actually, I just realized that it's not true, dear Angelina, because we still have the beautiful gift tutorial, for example, from Susie with the rectangle. I will show you this one. Which one? Just a moment. I have it right here because I had it for Tuesday. So this is coming as a gift tutorial. Isn't it amazing? But back to beading. Again, I get in position for the third time to make the third corner pointy. Exiting a pair of size 15s, I pick up Delica size 11 Delica. I bead in the opposite direction through the Delica sitting in between the bugles. I bead through the two Delicas while skipping the size 11 round seed bead, and then starting with the pair of size 15s, I bead through everything on the edge. And I don't know which name won, dear Ariane. I checked it in the morning, but I didn't check it right now, so I let Susie choose the name when she sees the result and announce it. So again, I bead until exiting the pair of size 15s. I pick up Delica round Delica. I bead in the opposite direction through the Delica bead. Here, Delica Delica, skipping the round size 11. And I'm done. I finished. And all what is left is connecting my elements to each other. Sorry, sometimes I manage to bump into my camera arm and then everything is shaking. There is no earthquake, don't worry. No earthquake in Amsterdam. So all I need to do is connect the three elements together and attach the other side of the clasp. And I was also thinking about using some historic filigrees, depending on the length of the whole motif. I know I could have calculated, but I was a bit lazy. And visually, I like this one the most, or this one. However, I don't have only one piece of this and also one piece of this. So I might have to wait. Okay, I think this one would be the best. So I will have to wait until the Advent adventure when also historic filigrees will be restocked. I hope everyone signed up already because it is going to be amazing. And now, lovely ladies, do you have any questions about this motif, about the Klimt box, about the Desert Rose box, or anything else on your mind? Now is the time to ask away and let me know if you have any kind of questions. And Kim says, yes, love the rectangle filigrees in between, Erika. Both look good. Angelina says, I prefer the wide rectangular filigrees. Indeed, I think they are very, very fitting, but it would make maybe too big the bracelet. So let's see. I need to see what fits my wrist. Ludka says, great. Rachel finds it gorgeous. Ludka is saying thank you to Susie. Angelina is also saying thank you to Susie. And Rachel is asking, will we be getting early bird advent goodies with the next box? And my answer is yes, dear Rachel. So those beaders who bought the early bird tickets for the Advent Adventure for 2025, 24 days of fun and surprises and very unique discounts in the Beading School bead shop, the early bird tickets have also the perk of getting a taster box. So the taster boxes already started to fly out of the treasury today. And today was also the day, oh, don't look at my mess. I will make the screen smaller to hide my mess. So today, the new 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂 Everlasting Kiss Beadingschool Academy boxes have started to travel, and inside of them, taster boxes for Advent. We have the late bird tickets available now only, even the normal birds are gone. And this is going to be, again, every year I say it, that the best Advent adventure ever. But every day as we are learning together with you, from you, then it does become better and better. And this year, ladies, Sabine Lippert will be with us for one of the days. Isn't it amazing? Like she's a, I always, when I explain it to my dear colleagues in the team who are not beaders themselves, that who is Sabine Lippert, then I'm saying like, I compare her to like an A-list Hollywood actress. Like imagine, ladies, as if you were working, for example, with Meryl Streep, Julia Roberts, Nicole Kidman, Angelina Jolie. Like, she's great. She's shaping the beading world. She was such a revolutionary artist when she appeared about 2 decades ago. I still remember her first book, first designs. I still remember first meeting her years ago in Germany, and now it's unbelievable that we are doing this together. Ludka is happy about it. Judith says excitement is growing. Kim is excited for the Advent surprise in the box. Rachel is just yay. So lovelies, any questions? I'm looking for the yeah, here is the QR. So the jewel that you see on the screen, that is my Bonum Ventis design. And it is one of the exclusive kits that is only available during the Advent adventure. When I beaded it, then actually it was just a few days before I would have gone on a very nice weekend trip. And guess what? I got COVID. And I was devastated. And I was really in a bad mood. And then a friend told me, like, use this time well. You might still be able to go. You might get well. Nowadays, COVID doesn't take 2-3 weeks to recover. It's just a matter of few days. Get back your positive energy. Get back the good wind. Use this time well. And that's when I designed this jewel that I ended up calling Bonum Ventis, Good Wind. So Jessica is asking, when an order has been made and it says processing, does it mean that payment went through? Yes, dear Jessica, it means that payment went through, and it means that the treasury records your order, but they need time to put it together. And once they put it together, then it will be more completed. And Ariana says, no questions. That was fun. I am happy I could make it. Thank you very much, Erika and lovely ladies. Bernadette is here and she says, thank you, Erika, for the wonderful pattern. I have been waiting for it. And thank you, Susie, for the surprise. Patricia says, I'm so happy. By the way, Patricia, so grateful that you put your real name also in the brackets on the screen. It's so much more personal to see your name. She says, Sabine Lippert is one of my beading idols. And Angelina says, I love this collaboration. And Cindy says, I have a couple of Sabine's books too. She's amazing. So lovely, ladies. Thank you so much for your wonderful company today. Thank you so much for all the creative energy flowing. Thank you for signing up for the Advent Adventure. Thank you for being an awesome Beading School Academy student. And I can't wait to meet you again on Tuesday when I will be showing you how to I will be showing you what kind of jewels can you make from the new Klimt Everlasting Kiss Beading School Academy theme box. Thank you, ladies. Take good care of yourselves and take good care of your loved ones. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Bonum ventis, good winds.